Alright, so ChatGPT and the many ways that we can make money on ChatGPT is not slowing down at all. And today, in this video, I'm gonna show you yet another side hustle that I've came across that's gonna heavily involve ChatGPT. Now, most commonly, everybody's gonna tell you about ebooks and how it can write ebooks for you, and it can. But however, today, what I'm gonna talk about is actual hardcover. Not only am I gonna tell you about it, but you know me, I'm gonna show you step by step how to do it. But before we do that, what's up? My name is Rico. I make a video every day about how to make money online. Hey, look, I need you to do me a favor. Comment your city and state below. I'm trying to make a map that shows me everywhere I've touched within the last year. And if I give you some value, please give your boy a subscribe by the end of this video. Now, there's actually the print on demand business, right? I've most typically heard it to where you can have a design printed on a hat, printed on a shirt, something like that. But what I didn't know is that there is a print on demand business through Amazon where you can actually publish a book, right? So we're gonna use ChatGPT. There's honestly people selling very simple things like planners, calendars, journals, sketchbooks, all type of things, and are making thousands of dollars a month doing it, right? So let's go ahead and jump on the computer. All right, so we have ChatGPT open right now. And so first, before we get into ChatGPT, before I just show you everything that show you how I'm going to be utilizing this to accelerate this today, then I'm going to show you, first of all, just give you an idea of this type of business and then show you how it works, right? So this, once again, is taking place on Amazon, right? There are people who are selling books like this and selling tons of them, bro. And the crazy part about it is that these are hardback covers, right? These aren't virtual. These aren't something somebody would print out. These are like, they print them out, and if a person has Prime, then they will get this book the next day. It's literally like print on demand that fast. Now, of course, Amazon would charge a fee. Once I seen this, bro, I was just like, dude, this is definitely something that I could create, right? And so I'm gonna do that today. But first, I'm gonna use a tool called BookVault.io. I'm gonna give you a link to this product in the description. So what this tool does is, once again, it lets you research, and it gives you kind of the number one, all the different types of ideas you can do. You can do a general book, you can do a sketch book, a log book, guest book, comic book, puzzle book, activity book, coloring book, all types of books, right? But the ones that stood out the most to me were these kind of journals, these notebooks, these planners, right? Because if you see here, like this product, this is monthly, right? This product is selling about 400 of these a month, right? So when you do your math and you do 367 times, let's round that up to about $6.99. That's about $2,500 a month, which is some pretty good passive income, right? For something that you only have to create once. And the great thing about this tool too is that, let's say like me, I have a graphic design background, right? So my mind started racing, my mind started going crazy when I seen something like this, because I can design this. Well, with their builder, which I'm going to show you as well, you could build the same thing. But I had an idea for a coloring book, right? Because I figured, hey, but let's go to ChatGPT, right? Because I'm going to pretty much prime it. And in the past, this would take you a long time to kind of put together some good content for what I'm going to create. But ChatGPT is going to accelerate that, right? So I'm going to ask it, can you help me write some copy for my sneaker, my Jordan? Because what I'm gonna do a Jordan retro. If you watch my channel, if you watch my content, then you know sneaker reselling sneakers is kind of a common theme on this channel. So what I'm gonna do is sort of like a kids and adults, honestly, sneaker coloring book, right? So we're gonna go copy for my sneaker, no, my Jordan retro sneaker coloring book, and it's going to provide me with the copy. Because one thing I'm also noticing, right, as far as what these have is they have different keywords, right? And planner, cleaning is in the title, so we want that to be in the title, right? But to just kind of go over some of these other tools, let's do cleaning. It's going to search, give you sort of a price range, give you some other keywords, right? Then the book scout, right? You can take this number, right, and you can really break down like other ways that this product is being searched and being found, other keywords that are just bringing this up on the radar if you want to do something similar, right? Keywords, right? You can search keywords. Let's do cleaning, for example. You can see the search volume, right? So you can see this is a pretty long keyword. You can see this one pretty competitive, right? If we search clean on Amazon and on Amazon Books, then you'll see over 60,000 results, which will really be kind of hard to rank on something like that, right? But I want to show you something with a decent amount sales traffic, but also just not overly searched, right? Or overly competitive, right? Or let's search maybe cleaning business planner organizer, right? And that's fewer results. That's 5,000, but that's still pretty competitive, right? So we just got to find something. Cleaning checklist planner for women. Let's search that. And then you see them dwindling down, right? So also another thing I'm noticing, right? Like you see that one that we're talking about, this one is popping up again, right? So now we're going to use, right, the categories. It's going to tell you how to categorize it to get more sales, to get more exposure, right? So let's see, sneaker. Where would I put that? All these are kind of categories that I could use, right? So boom, ChatGPT already told us that it can help. So now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into the builder, right? I'm going to go ahead and do create, right? And this is where we can even get ideas too, like 5-year calendars. These items are selling, the 12,000 sold last month. So this is pretty good information. Boom. So now we're in the studio, right? And I'm gonna create this project, and I'm gonna name this is where you select the project type. Right now we're gonna do paperback, right? And then we're gonna call it sneaker retro coloring book, right? And then the page size, I think I'm gonna do regular 8.5 by 11, and then it's gonna be black and white. We're gonna put a bleed, and then we're actually gonna do 100 pages, right? Because one thing that I noticed, right, and we've seen it on the previous screen, is that it kind of tells you how many pages these books typically are, the ones that sell, right? So in order for somebody to feel like they get some value, I believe 100 pages is a good starting point, right? So now this is where my people who aren't graphic designers can even take advantage of something like this, because it gives you everything you need here. However, I don't need to see the template, because boom, that's front and back. If you were seeing the book laid down on its stomach, I guess you would say, right? So I'm gonna hide that template for now and just leave that right there. And for the sake of something simple, I'm gonna use something I've used before, an AI image generator, to actually generate the image for my cover. And I'm gonna actually come over here and use one of my old designs that I generated via AI, and I'm going to use this for my cover, right? And I'm gonna call this Rico's retro coloring book, right? And I'm gonna put that in there. And I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna upload an image, and I'm gonna upload that in, and I'm gonna select this image. And no, I'm not gonna do that. Just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do it this way, right? I'm gonna make a big black rectangle for the back. And once again, I'm not taking much time on this cover because I wanna show y'all how I'm gonna use ChatGPT and to just accelerate making this, right? All right, so now we have our cover, right? So now, maybe we want something on the inside. So can you write me a intro for my book for the first page? And boom, I'm simply gonna copy that in. You know what? I think I wanna use another rectangle to make the pages black. And I'm gonna use a text box, and then I'm gonna paste in my text, but my text is black. But I need it to be white so it can be visible. Take the lorem ipsum out, and you can actually upload fonts that you need, right? So if you, let's say you didn't have this font, hold on, you could go to Google and you could type in Futura font down, which is the actual font that Nike kind of uses for their branding, right? And it's a public font, so it's not a font that, you know, that you could get sued for using. It's a public font, right? So I'm gonna find that font on my system. I'm gonna show this in Finder because I need to know where it is. Oh wow, supplemental. Okay, so we're gonna copy it and move it to the folder where I can find it, and I'm gonna center that, right? So now what I'm gonna do is come here to the next page, right? And what I'm gonna do is simply go in and find Jordan 1 line art in images. And you know what? I like this one. And so I'm simply gonna save it. And then I'm gonna do this process actually for all of them, right? All right, so what I did was I literally went to Google and I typed in Jordan 1 through 13 line art, because as you know, if you know anything about the retro culture, 1 through 13 is what sort of gets respected, right? So what I'm simply gonna do is I'm gonna come here, and then this is the Jordan 1, so I'm gonna ask, can you write me a short blurb about the Jordan 1? And then it's gonna just write it out for me. And then I'm gonna just copy and paste this in. Put this at the top, spread it out, take that font size way down, bring it down. That font is still kind of big. And then boom, I can't forget that font size, which is 63, right? And so then boom, we're gonna go to the next page. We're gonna save it, and then we're gonna honestly go repeat this process 1 through 13. However, this is 100 pages, and I'm gonna give them a couple of shoes to design, right? So what I'll do is I will do you, let's see, 99 pages divided by 13 shoes is there's about 7 pages each, right? So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna go over the next 7 pages and just put it right in there. And then honestly, boom, I'm gonna hit clone, because I'm just trying to speed this process up. And so now even page 8 should have it, but let's say it doesn't, right? We're gonna just put that in there, boom, and then boom. And so we have the first set of retro in here, which is the Jordan 1, right? So now we're literally gonna repeat this process for each one of the retros. And I'm gonna ask it to give me a quick blurb about the Jordan 2, and then we're gonna paste that in, right? And then we're gonna come back here. We're gonna save first, then we're gonna give them more Jordan 2s, and then we're gonna come clone this page. All right, now let's say you have the book built. Now it's time to list this book. It's time to upload this book. And what they have is a tool that you can use, right? You just add a profile, you'd insert all this stuff, you'd insert your categories, which I would put Rico's Sneaker Coloring Book by Rico Copeland. I would do a description, keywords, right? I would go to where they told me to categorize this book, and I would categorize it that, and then I would literally just upload it like that. So once again, Book Bolt is available. I'm gonna have a link in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this product and this side hustle, man. It's your boy Rico. Let's get it.